depression.
It's actually more common than you think, right? It's very
Yeah, I
common
wonder
nowadays.
how many people are suffering from depression in Singapore? Are there many people, you think?
It's a lot. It's very common nowadays.
Is it only children or adults and old people as well?
Children, I don't know.
Well, I guess children are depressed if they, as a result of not maybe being able to fulfill their academic obligations. You know, they may not do as well in their studies, whatever you want to call it, and they put a lot of stress on themselves, and after that they become depressed. So I don't know what's going on in that area. So let's hope that it's not so bad, lah. But anyone feeling depressed out there, want to let us know about it? Depression, Liz, depression takes how many forms? The most serious one is when someone decides to end his or her life, right? I guess that's the most serious one.
Depression actually is suicidal
Not
thoughts.
every form of depression is suicidal, right? I mean, it depends on the. It's just like cancer. It doesn't mean that there's some more serious, some less serious, all right?
I thought that every form of depression is about you start having suicidal thoughts. I thought that means depression, right?
No, well, not everyone who is depressed wants to kill himself or herself
Okay,
in that sense.
I guess
The more extreme form, yes, I agree.
it gets a bit serious if you don't take actions.
Mm.
So if you're feeling that you are spiraling downwards, getting more and more irritated, getting more and more depressed, then you
So
have to watch
it's
out,
like
be careful of your diet.
diet will help.
Usually diet has a role to play
Okay.
in depression because the food that we eat nowadays is very unhealthy and unnutritional.
Okay, not nutritious. Okay, fine. What else?
It's very unhealthy, and you want to make sure that you're drinking enough water.
But different people have different kinds of issues, when it comes to depression. So I
Problems,
know
right?
So I know of this person. This person was going through a very tough time, and most of the issues were financial. So does eating well? I mean, she said, I may not have enough money. What's there about eating nutritious? I'm barely keeping the family together, and
Okay.
very overwhelmed by all the financial issues, from the
Well,
housing loan, from the renovation loan, from whatever these kind of things, you see.
well,
And plus, that person is a single parent as well, so it's like everything on the shoulders of this one person, and trying their best to make ends meet, and finds that it is so overwhelming that at the end of the day, either they're going to be declared bankrupt because they cannot afford to service any of the loans anymore. They try to work, but what they are earning barely helps to take care of only some of the bills, not all of it. And it's just like one tsunami after another coming in. So for this kind of
actually,
thing,
that's what
oh,
happens when you're in this type of trouble. It gets worse and
you
worse.
spiral out of
Yes,
control, right?
it will spiral out of control.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
then,
So,
how do you help someone
well,
like this?
you can always try meditation, chanting, or prayers. You are a
It's
Catholic,
like,
right?
yeah, I'm Christian and
Oh, yeah?
Catholic. Yeah,
Okay.
but the thing is, I'm just using this as an example. If someone is already in that state of mind, right, you tell them, oh, you can try chanting, they'll give you that kind of like, you siao ah. My problem is what 不够 lui not enough money, 钱不够用嘞。then 你叫我去有什么作用？钱会来吗？ The money is not coming, girl. Then how?
Well, you will be surprised with the effects of meditation and chanting. Okay, I'll just tell you about my chanting. My chanting is Nam Myo Ho Ring Dik Kyo. So when you chant, you are sending out the vibrations because everything is made of energy.
Right.
Okay, you cannot see. Our bodies are made of vibrations, atoms
Okay.
and molecules
Everything is about energy,
vibrating
right?
at very high speed. Okay,
Right,
everything
okay.
is about energy. Your thoughts every second is sending out a lot of energy. Every time energy. So if your thoughts are
Salah.
always salah, always
Focusing on the wrong things. maybe,
yes, always
right?
focusing on the wrong things. This is what you are going to send out to the universe,
So the universe just gives you more of the crap.
and give it back to you.
Yeah. I
Because
think that's so true as well.
the universe just give it back to you what you asked for.
Because sometimes people don't realize
Right?
that they think that their thoughts don't account for much, you see. So what you focus on can grow and become worse. But maybe
I
in
know
a
it's very difficult to ask you to be happy, to
Mm.
chant, to say your prayers, or
Okay.
to go to do your meditation or do
What
your
about
exercise.
support
But
groups? I think it's very important to have support
I
groups as
never
well.
tried support groups.
Well, support groups could be whoever that you belong to, an organization. It could be your church, your temple. Of course, the first choice, I guess, if it's possible, would be your own family members, your
Try
own
to
brothers and
stay
sisters.
away from those support groups that ask you for money. Lah.
Let's not go into that, okay? But I mean, seriously, if let's say you are having some serious issues, I guess the first is still family. Unless family is
Well-
unwilling or cannot because they are all also in a very tough spot, then extra tough for that person. But at the end of the day,
Actually, what happened to me when I have my depression is very serious.
oh, you're depressed? I
No,
can't tell.
Had.
Oh, you
I
had.
had.
Okay, okay.
Do I look like I'm depressed?
Phew. Okay, you
Yes,
don't
I'm-
look depressed.
no,
you look
I had-
depressed. You look gorgeous.
I had depression
Well,
for
all of
many
us-
years.
all of us go
and
through that,
it's the kind that you really want to kill yourself all the time.
Wow, that bad, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh
And
my goodness.
what I did was I go out and do volunteer work. I go and help. There was also one time. Sometimes this depression they come and go.
Mhm.
So there was one time when I was very depressed, and I just go out and help those people selling tissues on the roadside. You know, I buy tissue and I give it to them to sell. You know, you can find things to do. Just do some charity work, volunteer work to help others, because when you're helping others, good things will come back to you.
True, exactly. I mean, I think that is so true. When you, rather than to sit down there and keep focusing on your own problems, when you start to help other people, you begin to maybe feel that life is not so bad. You think you got a lot of problems. People may even have more problems than you.
Yes, when you
know?
look around, because when I look around, there are people that are having more. They sit in the wheelchair. There's
Yeah.
some man like no hands, no legs.
Oh, wow.
And I asked him, you know, what do you want? And he said, all I want is to be a normal person.
Oh.
For the person with no hands and no legs. So just to be normal is what that person want. But for us, we want more. We want a beautiful house. We want.
Well, that is normal for most. I guess if I could use the word normal, most people want these kind of things. Sometimes we forget to realize how blessed we are in that context, and we keep focusing on our problems, and we look at everything with maybe a magnifying glass. You know, the thing about problems, all of us have problems. And sometimes people say, yeah, but the rich people got no problem, you know. I say, hey, come on, how can it be that the rich people got no problem? The only difference between a rich person having problems and a poor person having problems is this. The rich person or the richer person arrives at his problem in a Mercedes. The poor person has to take bus or MRT or walk there. That's about the only difference. All of us have got challenges in our
I
life.
don't think a rich person have problem. Seriously.
Oh, you see, this is one of those people who thinks that money can solve everything.
No.
Then
no,
how?
no,
How
you're
can rich
wrong.
people have no?
Money
how can,
cannot solve
Then
the
how?
problem.
Then okay,
The
perhaps I
problem
should
is
check.
inside you. The problem is
Okay,
not.
perhaps I should check. What made you have this attitude that rich people have no problems? Share with our audience.
No, I mean, what kind of problem can you possibly have?
Why not? Because I'm aware of people who are very wealthy, super wealthy, and then the child
okay.
got married, and then after that the grandchild that came out had a lot of health problems. Isn't that something that?
Health problems.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that a problem
Different
as well?
types of
Yeah,
problems.
precisely. It may not be financial in nature, but it is still a challenge.
Okay.
Or there are people who are very well to do, and then after that they found out that, oh, my daughter has decided that she wants to have a same-sex relationship with another girl. You know, I mean,
Okay, understand.
these are all the different kinds of things. It may not be financial in
anyway,
nature, but there are problems.
If you're having problems, depression, the kind of food that you want to take. Last time we talked about this before. Chicken helps.
Chicken helps, okay.
Yes. Raspberry, all the berries.
Okay,
Berries have
okay. Those are
fruits,
antioxidants.
especially fruits and green leafy vegetables.
Okay.
nuts like almonds, walnuts, flax seeds, sesame seeds. All these are healthy food.
Okay.
They will help your depression.
Yeah.
And
I think it's also very good to have some kind of a support system. If you find someone that you trust and you can talk to these people, and if they can help you in some way or another, that's very, very important. Of course, there's also on a national level, there are things like
when a
SOS,
person-
right?
You know, sometimes
Samaritans of Singapore, you can call them.
when a person is depressed, they don't want to talk at all. They don't want to talk sometimes.
Yeah, true, but the fact that if you knowing that you have a resource you can tap into, then you don't feel so helpless, because most of the time they don't want to talk anymore is because they reach a stage where they feel that everything is hopeless, everything is useless anymore. The only way to solve this problem is to 跳啦, or do something to themselves.
Usually, those that suicide are those ones that don't make noise. They suddenly. They
That
go
one
and
is very
suicide.
extreme already lah. That one is like, that's sad when that happens. So I mean, what happens if we find someone in that kind of a situation? Do we just walk away? We pretend we don't see, we don't hear? Do we, what do we do? What happens if you are caught in that situation whereby you know it is beyond your capability to help the person? So what do you do then? Do you just pretend you don't know or whatever? Like there was the widow of the guy who died on the wedding day, right? There were all the signs, you see, that she was suicidal already, but yet, you know, eventually she jumped out and she killed herself as well. So that is like, how do we have
She suicide?
she killed herself, yeah.
Okay.
So the thing is, how do we intervene without being kepo? I think it's better to be kepo and help save a life than to
Well-
sit down and do nothing. Okay. So anyway, now we have to go for a break now, and we'll be back in about 25 minutes time. We have exceeded our time a little bit. We're going to play some music for you. Hope you guys like what we're going to play. And that's a list that's been set up for you guys already. So in the meantime, remember about what we are talking about here. What happens if you find someone in a crisis who wants to end their life? What do you do? What can you do? Or should you just walk away, close a blind eye? I think we have the answers within us. In the meantime, enjoy the music, and we'll be back shortly. Thank you.
What's happening?
There's nothing?
The screen is black.
Yeah? Are we back now? Yeah, it's okay now.
Are we?
It's crazy, but I love it. Anyway,
Do I have to repeat?
I don't know. I think they heard you, but I'm just not sure about
So
whether
I was saying.
you're talking about absolute happiness and relative happiness.
Yes,
So
absolute.
absolute is
happiness is
whatever
that
happens.
whatever happens, you're happy. You're still happy. Even
You're still
shit
happy.
falls on you, you get a lot of crap. The more crap you have, the happier I am. Yes.
Oh gosh,
I-
sounds
because
terrible.
I have taken so much crap in my life that I am so happy now, no matter what crap.
So
you
it's
do
like
to
whatever
me.
crap falls, I mean literally or otherwise, it's just like water off a duck's back, right? I mean, you will not get affected by it lah.
Yes.
So-
And the other type of happiness is the relative happiness. You
Mhm.
buy money, or if you know, like you say, retail therapy.
Yeah, it's called retail therapy.
Or actually, it can be like you want somebody, you're in love with somebody, and if you don't have that person, you feel sick, you feel sad, and that is the relative happiness.
Oh, I see, I see. So you need someone to make you fulfilled, make you happy. But then that's quite sad also, right? If you're not happy by your own self, how can you be thinking that just because you have someone with you that you'll be happier? I wonder. I
Well,
just
this,
wonder.
This is a very common mistaken belief that you need somebody to make you happy, and if you can't have that person, that's the end of your world. There's no more other person.
Yeah, everything
And-
has come to an
and-
end, right?
But
That
you
life
have,
is not worth living anymore, right?
But you have to understand that there are, you know, you don't need another person to make you happy. You know, you have to be a strong. You have to be strong yourself. You have to be happy yourself. Then you can attract the right
Okay.
attract the right person into your life.
Okay, that's very important. That's something that is quite interesting. Attract the right person into your
Yes,
life.
attract, because you send out the vibration. You are attracting the wrong kind of person if you're always sending out the same vibration. But if you're
Oh.
always sending out the same signal, then you attract the same type of
So could I maybe borrow a phrase
Uh.
as Einstein, right? One of the best brains in the world. I mean, he's not here anymore. But you know how Einstein defined insanity?
how?
Doing the same thing over and over, but expecting different results. So in terms of love also, it's the same thing. Huh? If you want to be
Yes.
happy, if you want to attract someone new into your life, you must let go of those thoughts that are bringing all the same kind of guys
Rubbish.
or rubbish in their life. Oh, okay, fair enough, fair enough. I think that may work. But again, I think being
Not
happy.
me, it will work.
Oh, it will work. Okay,
It
good.
will work.
So
But
has it worked for you, Liz?
Yes.
It has?
Yes.
So you're not meeting idiots anymore.
No. No more idiots.
Also, you're meeting some real nice guys now.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Oh, so your relationships have taken a turn for the better. Then I'm so happy for you. So,
Well, it's a lot better than a few years ago. It's a lot better. I wouldn't say better is better. I mean,
Well, it's,
Yeah,
it's better than what it used to be, right? Now that's an improvement,
well-
and you should be happy about it.
I just read a book that I should really think very positive.
Mm.
You know? Yeah.
You see, many a times talking about this thing about being positive as well, being happy and all these things, right? It is. Would you agree that it is about the choice? You have a choice, right? If you choose to be happy, no one can take that away from you. If you want to choose to be miserable, no one can take that away from you as well. So at the end of the day, it's all down to the choices that we make.
Yes.
Huh? I mean,
So
that's how I look at it.
I do encourage people to do like meditation, exercise, especially exercise. You really need to exercise because it helps you to get your blood, your circulation going to your brain. You know, sometimes you this thing get stuck and you feel very sick and all that. You really need to exercise. You
Understand.
maybe need to take some cold showers.
Ooh, cold
and-
showers, I like that.
and you really need to go out and do some things.
Yeah, don't become like a hermit, right? Like just
Ah.
stay in your cave, and every day meditate and don't come out and see the world, don't meet new
That's
people
what I used to do. I stay at home and
to avoid meeting people.
Yeah, because I when my depression is just I stay in bed all the time.
Okay.
I don't
because
go out.
that's where you feel safest.
I'm the quiet type.
Is that where you feel the safest? You feel less vulnerable that no one will attack
No,
you or
I just want to
do
sleep.
anything to you?
I just want to
So you
sleep.
just want to cut yourself off from the rest of the world,
I just want to sleep. I just wake up just to eat
and then go back to sleep again.
and go back to sleep
Wow,
again.
irritating, still so slim. Some people are just so lucky, Anyway, whatever it is, I mean, talking about being happy. For me, I've gone through some serious trials in my life as well. From being married to becoming a single parent. And today I'm at peace with myself. I'm still single. I have a lot of great friends that I enjoy their company with. Of course, I must admit that I'm also looking for someone to spend some special times with. I haven't really found this person yet, but when she comes, then I'll let everyone know. Yep, it should be a good thing. But the thing about whatever it is in relationships, or whether you're single, you're in a relationship, whatever, I think the basis of it is that we don't need someone to make us happy. If we are not happy by our own self, then what's the point of thinking that someone is going to make you happy?
Exactly.
Right or not? So you must learn to be at peace with ourselves first. And once we're at peace with ourselves, and as Liz used the word very correctly, we can begin to attract the right kind of people to come into our lives.
There are actually things that you can do to attract the right person into your life. You can change the setting of your bed, your feng shui in your
Oh, okay.
bedroom. You can put some red roses, flowers,
Oh, okay.
whatever.
Do those work?
Change your bedroom.
So you just change
feng
your
shui.
environment a little bit, your state of mind, and all these things. All this will be very useful,
throw away
right?
those rubbish that you don't use and those rubbish that make you depressed.
I guess for people who are tuning into us right now, they say, yeah, it's easy for you to say, do this, do this, do this, do this. However, my question back to you guys and girls who are out there listening to us, if you're single or you're in a relationship and you hate the relationship that you're in right now. No, it's this one.
Are we getting any mails? And
No,
there's
I-
nobody talking to
No,
us.
I didn't log into that thing. I don't have
Oh,
one there.
okay.
But anyway, the thing is, where was I? You
Do you
broke my
know
train
how
of
to-
thoughts.
Do you know how to talk to the?
Let's see if I
people want
can.
to talk to us,
Mm-hmm.
can they check with us?
I think so. I'm not sure if they can. We can check, but no, this is not the one that I wanted.
And how difficult it is to try to communicate through the internet and SMS. So it's best that if people that you don't know, it's best not to communicate with the SMS and emails and all that.
Oh, why?
Well, I think actually I'm now I think that Facebook is not a very good idea for communication.
You're gonna be joking, right? And it's like practically everyone is on Facebook these days.
Well, your messages, I've always been misunderstood. I have always been misunderstood.
Could you give us an example for those who didn't tune in yesterday?
Sentences?
I don't know. You say you've been
Okay.
misunderstood. Why?
Yeah,
In
yeah,
what
yeah.
way?
Like for example, if I say, he is a difficult person,
Mm-hmm.
how, I can say that sentence in many ways. I can say he's a difficult person. He's a difficult person. Okay, that's the
But you were not
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
it's a written word, right? In Facebook, you can't tell the person, so it's the written word.
yeah. So you're just reading the written word, and
Right.
I can say he's a difficult person. I can say in a very nice way.
Mhm.
So
So how can it cause problems for you?
because people misunderstand me,
Mm.
they say that you are angry all the time. It's not true. I'm not angry all the time. You
How
look at
can
me.
with a face like that? How can she be angry all the time? She's been smiling from day one. I mean, like she's like super happy. She was depressed for a while, a couple of years ago, but she's got over
Yes.
that now, and she's nothing but the personification of pure happiness.
I've been smiling from day one.
So, no, you've been smiling from the top of the show until now when we started at about 6. She has been smiling. She's got lovely pearly white hair, and she's been smiling so much. So whoever thinks that Liz is angry, got to get his or her head examined.
I do have depression many years ago. No, because when you read SMS messages, is you are just reading prey messages. You do not see the person. You
Of
do not
course.
see the body language. You
Right.
do not see the eyes. The whatever. So the messages is very difficult.
Well, the
for
thing
me
is, there's
to try to explain myself.
My
to-
take is this, Liz, whether it's of any help to you. It doesn't matter how people perceive you, as long as that is not your intention. Let them take it in whatever way they want to take it, because the only thing you can control is yourself. You cannot control how people react.
And then I was trying to explain to them vulgar words.
Vulgar was, oh wow, okay, that's dangerous territory. So you offend a lot of people.
I do not see it as vulgar word, okay?
Oh,
Because
okay.
I do not see that as a vulgar word. To me, any word is a beautiful word. You can make beautiful sentences
Okay, even
with
including the 4-letter word?
the 4-letter word. I love you, love, L-O-V-E.
No, the 4-letter word is...
L-O-V-E is 4-letter. What are you talking
No,
about?
love is love, yeah, but I mean
Love
the
is-
famous 4-letter word. Go and something off, like,
That-
is that a nice word? I don't know.
That is a beautiful word. It's a multitasking word.
Okay, I learned something new today, folks. Heard that it's the new multitasking word, asking someone to go and beep off,
You can say in what the F are you doing? Or
Oh.
you can say in a very nice way, let's go have some F.
Oh gosh,
You
okay.
can you can use it.
By the
as
way, for
a-
those of you who don't know, the F word is fish.